Why am I up so early? The reason I'm up so early is because people don't know the difference between garbage and trash. Well, that's not exactly the reason, but it's kind of the reason. I have an HOA. I live in a townhouse, and a lot of people have HOAs. Even people who live in detached houses have HOAs sometimes. And if you've ever dealt with an HOA, they have rules. And it's kind of double-edged sword, because you actually want the HOA to keep people in line who will just do anything. On the other hand, if you're a reasonable person, some of the rules seem a little bit ridiculous, and if you're using common sense, you probably don't need some of the rules. Rule that we have: you cannot put trash out before 5 p.m. before 5 p.m. the day before trash day. Now, that's all fine and well, but the problem with that is if you have the day off, like I do today, and you're like doing some cleaning, getting rid of excess stuff, or if you're doing renovation or home improvement or spring cleaning or any of that stuff, you're going to be working all day or whatever, and you want to throw stuff out, right? What happens is, if you gather the stuff and you've been working all day, by the end of the day, you don't really feel like dragging it out. You want to be dragging it out while you're doing it. The other kind of difficulty is kind of scheduling, because if you're doing your spring cleaning or whatever and it's not trash day and you can't really take it out, then you're stuck with this trash that you have to put someplace in your yard or in your house, and you may put it out in your backyard to get it out of your way, and then it's a little more hard to get it out, as opposed to just taking it out the front door as you're moving in and sorting things out and getting rid of stuff, cleaning stuff up. So what happens is you end up with all of this stuff. It's trash day, and you have to move the stuff. Now, if you can't move it until 5 p.m., by 5 p.m., it's getting kind of later in the day, you're winding down, you may be tired, particularly if you've been working on other things. So it gets harder to get all of the stuff out and get it out in time. Whereas if you have an entire day, you can take it out even as you're doing stuff, because like if you're running errands and doing things in the house, you can put some stuff in your car, take it out to the trash area. One of the problems, of course, I have is we have like a trash area. If I had a detached house, I'd probably just put the trash out in front, and it wouldn't be that far. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. Plus, without an HOA, but there the day before, nobody's going to really say anything if you only do that occasionally. The problem is people don't use common sense. They don't know the difference between garbage and trash. Garbage tends to be stuff that is organic. It's food, leftover food, stale food, orange peels, banana peels, cucumber peels, whatever. For example, you have a garbage disposal. You don't throw old boxes down there. Boxes and paper now are recyclable, so that's almost a different category from trash. So, it is a different category from trash, right? I mean, we get rid of stuff, we have different categories, and that's part of the problem. But you don't throw, a wrapper or whatever away down into your garbage disposal. In fact, you're not even supposed to really throw food down into your garbage disposal. It's only supposed to be incidental stuff that comes off when you're washing dishes. You have the garbage disposal to grind anything up that came with that. But you're not really supposed to throw stuff down there, because you'll clog up your sink and you'll jam up the garbage disposal. It's not made to take a lot of stuff. So that's kind of the rub with trash, garbage, whatever. Garbage is trash, but all trash is not garbage. So if you're throwing away stuff that's that's not food stuff that animals won't go after, it's not going to smell, it's not going to be a problem, then you should be able to put other stuff out. Like if you're getting rid of, I'm trying to think of what is trash now, because you have recycled, and a lot of trash is actually garbage, but there's a lot of stuff that you may be throwing out. You might be throwing out old papers that aren't picked up by the recycle people in your neighborhood. You might be throwing out just other stuff that they don't recycle. So when you're down to that, as long as it's not food stuff, if you put it out, it doesn't make any difference. The other thing is, if you put it out before 5 p.m., you're not going to have rats coming in there after it. Rats usually come out at night. Rats and raccoons and other things that are a problem usually come out at night. So if you leave it there earlier in the day, there may be some things that go after it. Crows may go after it or whatever. But if you wrap it up good, you should be okay if it's garbage. But if you're just putting trash out, you should be able to do that. That's my opinion. So anyway, I had some trash. No garbage, just some trash, just old stuff. Some of them were like old shoes that are no good anymore, old magazines that they don't really recycle, just general junk. And so I got up early to put that out. People have already put it out today, because a lot of people have today off. So people have already put some stuff out. So it's not like I'm the first one or anything. There was some stuff out yesterday. So my stuff is probably not noticeable. It's not really a problem either. But the problem is people just don't know the difference between garbage, trash. Actually, in junk, too. You have recyclables, you have garbage, you've got trash, you've got trash. Trash kind of covers anything in general almost, but your non-garbage trash, right? This is getting so complex. Then you have junk. Junk, they won't pick up in the trash, right? That's stuff like if you have an old appliance, special pickup stuff. There are things that you have to get a kind of a junkologist, I guess, pick up. And you have electronics that need to be recycled, and depending on where you are, you may have to take those someplace. So it all gets very, very complex, doesn't it? I'm not sure I'm even supposed to be throwing anything out. I mean, you can compost garbage. You can recycle a lot of trash, which we do, but it's kind of, it's like if you have cans, bottles, or cardboard boxes, that's recycled. Usually in a neighborhood, in an office, they also recycle like paper. They have paper receptacles. You go into a restaurant like La Cava, and it's like, oh my gosh, they have 4 receptacles. So does Whole Foods. They have like 4 receptacles. So you have actual trash, you have plastic bottles, then you have compostable stuff sometimes. I mean, it starts to get very, very, very complex just to throw something out. So that's why I'm up early, so I can throw stuff out and not be bothered about it. So you'll pick it up tomorrow anyway, right? All right, so I was up early. It was dark. Threw a couple bags out. Other people have done it. I'm not the only one. They're going to come after me, aren't they? Things get so complex. You don't even know how to throw anything out anymore.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.